Hello. A very good morning to you all. My name is Daddy Chris, and this is Wake Up Nigeria from Srtv, London. As usual, my team, my colleagues, sometimes I call them daughters, they'll be joining me from Abuja, Lagos, and around the world. Well, am I going to say today is another depressing day? I'd rather say not. The show happens to be a place where we talk about difficult issues, and it's not everybody that can understand. And to some extent, I want to understand that not everybody can understand. So with that, I'm able to carry on. Well, as you know, if you look at the dailies today, well, I don't think the government of Nigeria is wrong in this case. Until I find it, I do more. That three of our presidential jets are currently being ordered to remain in France by the French court. Now, the case is not between the French government and the Nigerian government. It's actually between a company, a Chinese company that had a deal with the Ogun State government. Now, how this affect the federal government, I don't know. But anyway, for every contract that the state will sign, I'm sure they want to drag in the federal government. Right now, they've decided to seize three presidential jets. And, I want to put this in context so that people won't start fighting the government for what they didn't do. But the question is, whatever the case, government, is this what we want to hear at this difficult time? We're talking of a country that is dying, that we are hungry, things are going bad. The next thing we see on the headline is how they seizing three presidential jets that is worth some whopping amount of money. Perhaps they should try and take this out of the press for now. We don't want to be hearing this. It's too depressing. Well, that is it. That's what we'll be looking at a little bit more today. And perhaps today, I want us to examine ourselves as a people, our country, not Tinubu. Let's examine our country and see what we are doing wrong and what we can do better. When I come on the show every day, even when they talk about productivity, people don't understand me until I begin to try. That prompts me to try to break down when I talk about how a government can be productive. I talk about some arms of government which I think can do better. I talked about football. I compared the Nigerian potential to that of the United Kingdom, which generates 6 point something whopping billion pounds from football yearly. And I call it the economics of football. We examined that, and I said Nigeria have better chances to make more than that amount of money. And the potentials are there. The people to play football are there. The opportunity to film it is there. The broadcasting outlet is there. NTA is there. If we don't have any other one, I'm sure there are other private TV stations. But I want the federal government to take some responsibilities. And of course, you approaching NTA that they are not private, public. I don't know whether they're completely private, public, but whatever the case, then they can offer these services to the good people of Nigeria. Today, we don't even have a pitch. If you go to our stadium, man, the team they go fall or gallop. And sometimes you blame the government, and the government does not have maintenance culture. And I really want to talk about maintenance culture as I close this show tomorrow. Maintenance culture. How do you maintain your woman? How can you maintain a woman? Because one of those things, one thing you need to maintain is to maintain your wife, to maintain your family, or let's put it to maintain your car. How do you maintain your car? That's something I really want all of us to think about. I hope Mary will join me and I'll be teasing her. I'm going to ask her this morning how her boyfriend is maintaining her. And for those of you looking at me out there, especially the women, how does your husband maintain you? What I do know from my little experience is you need money to maintain anything. They are not only money, but you need money to maintain it. If you have a house and you want my house in Lagos, they just cut my electricity. I need money to maintain the house. Even this house is mine, but I need money to maintain it. I need money to maintain my staff. If not, they will go. So how do you maintain something? Our stadium, as we speak, is in a bad state. They say we lack maintenance culture. The truth is we don't have money. Oh, the federal government have money. I know we're going to talk about that shortly. And I want you guys to listen to me today. Yes, there's money. The federal government have a lot of money. They have a lot to squander. Look, we're hearing about presidential jet now. Let me just put the image of the presidential jet because it's going to be annoying this morning. I know not everybody wants to see this kind of image in the morning, in a difficult time like this. But my question is, how do you maintain whatever we have in Nigeria? Like I said, with the football team, it's now a problem. Big time problem for us. Big time. Something that's supposed to make us money is now an obstacle. Even when we sometimes raise a lot of money and we come up with a wonderful initiative like we buy this big house, like Daddy Chris does that, he can't maintain them. You have this beautiful wife, you cannot maintain her. She's gonna leave. You have a wonderful stadium you cannot maintain, it's gonna die off. The Ogara Teaching Hospital, as we have it, is not maintained, it's dying off. How do you maintain something? Because anything you do and you don't address the difficult decision, the difficult task of it, of how you can maintain it, it's simple, don't even do it. I want to buy a car and I'm not thinking of how I'm going to maintain the car. It's only when I buy the car, I'm going to beg people to help me fuel the car. That ain't going to work. So you're not going to be able to maintain the car. So we have these facilities in Nigeria and we are not being able to maintain them. Not because we don't want to, it's because we don't have money. So the football was supposed to make us money, which was stadium, which I met, beautiful stadium. I remember if you go to Delta State during the then Ibori government, they built a lot of stadiums. They're still there. Nigerian government have a lot of stadiums. Across the country, we have beautiful stadiums that could have been used to play football. The idea has been conceived. Young people need to go out and play football. It will help sport as well. Other sport activities, you can even be hosting big games. Good news. But what we don't have, they say it's maintenance culture. I say, we do not have the plan to even maintain it. You don't take a wife and take her home and wait for the parents to. Oh, I want to marry a wife today. Maybe when I take Mary home, that's when I'm going to look for the money. I'm going to think with her now, Mary, how am I going to maintain you? Mary, are you there? Let me bring you quickly on this show because I need you this morning. You are the case study. You know, I can't wait to bring Mary in. Mary will come and tell us about this maintenance culture. How do you maintain something? So sometimes we go into this without the painful aspect of it. So I would say the government sometimes overplay politics with important things. Now they're telling us about the Nigerian Air Force, the Air Force. They have to seize it. I don't care. Like I said, I don't want to have this on the national dailies. I just want to put it out there. That is the jet they're talking about is being seized by the government. Let me see if I can quickly add Mary to the show. Mary, are you there?
Yes, good morning, Daddy Chris.
Morning. But it's like we cannot see you here too. You know, sometimes this camera have a way of maltreating us. Doesn't want us to see your face. Nababele. Nababele be this one. Anyway, so Mary will be joining us shortly, and I'm going to use Mary as a case study. I'm going to ask her a question this morning, so maybe I'll be able to put this into perspective. But what I really want us to do is, one is to say, I want to have a country of my own. And most of us agitating for a country today. Sometimes we're just asking for it. We're not asking how we're going to maintain the country. I want to build a stadium. Please ask yourself how you're going to maintain the stadium. That will be something we're going to do. And the only way you maintain it is if the thing is sustainable. I like the word sustainable, if it's making money for itself. Because I cannot continue to wait for God, who has given me the opportunity to get married, to come and be every day. I call God to give me money. Maybe God gave us manna in heaven for once. He continues to give us manna. And that's it. The oil will dry off. Anything you have, you don't maintain with what? Will die off. So we need to go back to that. The house. That's not what I want to really talk about today. That will be a topic for tomorrow, the maintenance culture. So I can prepare Mary for tomorrow. Let me see if I can bring Mary in, because it's a very interesting topic now that I have Mary. Mary,
What can you
hello.
see?
I can see you, but your mouth is not shaking. Is the internet or is it raining over there?
Yes, the rain just stopped.
But yet, we can't see your mouth shaking. All we can see is your colorful dress and your face, which is not
What about
moving.
now? Is it better?
No, ma'am. Hopefully, it will get better, because I know this system do have a way of doing these things, And maybe if you go back and come back, we'll have you again. So Mary is having a little bit of issue. I really want to have her on the show so that I can bounce on her on some of the things I want to talk about, because it's not so easy for me to bounce on you guys at home, and most of you might not even be able to watch the show right now, so you watch it later. So I understand. So what I'm saying is, I talked about the economics of football, what football could have done for Nigeria if only we use NTA and this available stadium and the young people. So the potentials are there. What does English have? They have television, which they use well. They have the stadium, and they have the people. And football was developed. Those are the potential. Nigeria have it. Actually, we are more than the people in the United Kingdom. We're over 300 million. I can tell you that for free. England, we're only 80-something million. Yeah, they're making so much money from football. Most of the people consuming the football really are not only in the UK. They are outside the United Kingdom. Let's see whether Mary is back now. Mary,
Can you hear me?
this is not fair. I can hear you, but I cannot see you shaking. So once you are shaking, I'll bring you back. Don't worry. I'll see you once you're shaking. I'll bring Mary back. So I talked about that. And if you tell me that we cannot make money from football, then you're joking. That was when I talk about the economics of football. As we go along the line, I discovered that I choose to talk on the potential of agriculture in Nigeria. And that one is so easy to look at, because even before the oil came, what we had was agriculture, and we were doing well. In fact, the reason that what brought white people to Nigeria was not oil. They came because of our agric potential. I remember growing up, we have the AT&P in Saple. That's where I'm from, that area. In fact, farming was awesome. We had, in my village, we have the palm oil. They have the biggest palm oil this year. In fact, in Benin, they had the knife for. So many things happened which were agriculturally based. Yeah, they. We lost it, man. Today, Nigerians are going to bed hungry for no good reason. Maybe your neck is still checking up and down. Oh, this one will be the. Let me leave you for some minutes, because your system really need to buckle up. All right. So that was what happened. The agric was the source of revenue. Enough. Then in 1956, oil came. Oil is a blessing. It's supposed to be a good thing. Then I cried to you guys, and I said, if you look at what Goodluck Jonathan did, I can't blame Obasanjo in this. Obasanjo had some vision for the country. The Baba tried. Maybe now that he's gone, we cannot look at, you don't have three wives, you don't know which one is the best. Now we know what Obasanjo actually did. Obasanjo tried to surround himself with some intellectuals, some people who know what they're doing, and they were able to bring the country to a standard. Nigeria was almost working before the Baba left. Yar'Adua would have been a good match. He died early. Goodluck came. I don't know whether Goodluck, sometimes you're a drunkard. I don't know what's wrong with you, sir. You said to be the first graduate to run the affairs of the country. Now we have the second one. You people are more disaster. A doctor who should be able to manage our resources better. He was busy making appointments, sharing money. PDP, let's share the money. In fact, we don't miss you guys, PDP. We don't miss you. This was the sin of Goodluck Jonathan and his people. They shared Nigeria. They shared it to an extent. Let me see. It's like Mary is back now, fully back. Mary is like you are back.
But the network, is it okay?
Your network is better. I know you are still looking blurred, but I mean, you're looking great now. You're looking great. Okay. So that was what I said when it comes to agriculture. Oil came and we were just sharing money. And that is the problem we have today. But I went further. I'm going to talk about the business of health, how much Nigerian can generate from health. If India is making so much money from health, everybody must treat himself. If Nigeria could develop what we have already on ground, if our hospitals are working steadily to a standard need, and our doctors are trained, we're even going to employ doctors from abroad. But today, our young men are running out of the country. Medical doctors who have spent some years, we have spent years to train, they are going out to go and work somewhere. Big loss for the nation. Again, the things we could not maintain is not understanding. The people we have not understanding how to run the affairs of a state. And we just mentioned this now. I'm sure I've done more than this in these few days. So I've talked about what football can do for us, sport, something you might ignore. I don't want to talk about the entertainment industry, because I talk with a couple of them and I can just imagine what the Nigerian entertainment industry has proven and what it has done and what the entertainment industry can do for Nigeria. There is no place as creative. If you go on YouTube, in fact, YouTube will be taken over by Nigerians soon, because we are more present on the YouTube. If we put the YouTube down today and they ask you the presence on YouTube, even without with the low level of internet, I'm sure we're more present on YouTube than every other nation on earth. I want to find out, Mary. You're going to Google which nation is more present on YouTube. You find that Nigeria. Exactly. That is to tell you how much we can do, we can explore if given the chance. How can such a people not be making money? How can we not be taking over the entertainment world? Now, the young boys in America now can identify with Nigerian music. Sooner or later, Hollywood will want to identify with the Nollywood. Because of the energy we have, we keep doing it even when it is hard. The government is deaf. It doesn't mean anything to them. Now, I'm coming to the topic of today. If you guys agree with me, and this is my biggest anger for the past few years, Baba we thought was a discipline, that one that disciplined us in those days. During the Diagbo, Baba came back the second term, weak as ever. Maybe he was afraid this time. They couldn't kill me when you were young. It's not they're going to kill you. Oh, I don't understand what was wrong with Buhari. Buhari could not take Nigeria, and I was defending you throughout too, because I just see you and I just love you for some reason. Not I will not vote. I will not vote you. I voted Goodluck Jonathan if I would be in Nigeria. I wasn't there, but I think I was in Nigeria, but I didn't vote. I would have voted for Goodluck Jonathan because I wasn't going to vote for you because you're too weak. I didn't want old ideas, and it happens to be right. Though Goodluck was sharing money, not thinking well. So within you and Goodluck, you were a complete waste for the country. None of you. Because what you could see is the petroleum industry. You came, you are Minister of Petroleum. But where did you take it to? 8 years wasted in our lives. Now your brother don't come. He's another Minister of Petroleum. We don't have a president. We have a Minister of Petroleum. They are not president. They are Minister of Petroleum. Because that's only how their brain work. It's here. Today, I want to say something different. If you don't know, our GDP, the most percent of all our money comes from petroleum. But it's not so in the UK. That's what I want us to analyze today. In the UK, the main source of revenue as you can see under, is taxation. That's one of them. He said, in the UK, the main source of revenue are taxes and social contribution. Between 2024, 2023 and 2024, the UK government raised 980 billion from these sources, which is 36% of our GDP. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nigeria, how much do you raise? No, I have the figure for you. Look at it. In Nigeria, they said Nigeria have one of the lowest. Let me just put the figure for you. Nigeria has the lowest tax collection rate in the world at approximately 10.8%. UK generate 36%, we generate 10.8% of our GDP from taxation. At that, if you reach that money, now people pocket it, they enter. Nigerian government don't see money from taxation. The money, now you see all the small revenue one that they collect, who they jam office go don't chop, who they WAEC office go, any stupid office, they throw the money there. In fact, they go still throw some give NTA where does your belly full. In fact, every stupid parastatals in Nigeria, they masturbate, they collect and they eat. They masturbate with our money. Money that's supposed to come to the national grid and used to solve our problems so that the whole challenges we are talking about now can be resolved are being swallowed. Of course, we don't even have good money coming from taxation. The question I ask you today is why? Are Nigeria not paying taxes? That is true. Yes, we don't. Are we refusing? Are we dodging taxes? No. Are we avoiding taxes? Yes. It's legal to avoid tax. It's a crime to dodge tax. And I really wanted us to look at that. And please, for your information, go and find out the source of government taxation in Nigeria. That, if you can understand that, then you know. But this figure I've given to you today, in any country that generates only 10.8% of its GDP from taxation have a problem. There's a big problem. The importance of it is that when you don't have effective taxation, the gap between the rich and the poor continues to widen. You go to open mouth, they go, wow. Why the rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer? In fact, at the end of the day, the poor become slaves to the rich. And when that continues to happen for too long, anarchy comes on the land. Now there's kidnapping. You're asking me why? Who are those kidnapping you? Anybody, when they do well for a life, really, now they go carry guns and want to go kidnap person. I'm not excusing them. Who have a future, a child that is well trained, won't be thinking, Buhari's daughter will not go into kidnapping, his son will not go into kidnapping, Tinubu's son will not go into kidnapping because they are well to do.
It is those poor people that are still coming back to hunt us, coming back to see hunt their fellow poor people.
Exactly.
Because right now we can't understand that there's a
Mary, do they have the power to fight the rich? No, they have the power to fight you, so they are fighting you. In the process, they are fighting government.
You should know that whatever the rich they are doing, they actually don't care because they know that you cannot come back to fight them. No matter what they do, you will still go back. If you see people actually
Mary, they have a problem. The rich even have bigger problem than us. I tell you, only poor people live freely in Nigeria. I swear. You're a rich man. Can you go out? If you see your fence alone, your children are in cage. For having money, you become a prisoner in Nigeria. Just for having money, can your children go out and play? They'll come back to that house. So what kind of life is that? Who is more at risk? My children are poor. If they know I'm a poor man, my children are on the street. Mary, can you see a rich man use public transport in Nigeria? No, even if you want to. So the rich men are in prison. They're caged. They are always in fear.
That's the truth.
Is that a way for a man to live his life? Yes. Mary,
talking about this, what I'm saying is, you see this hardship right now in the country.
Yes.
At the end of the day, to some extent, the poor man tends to suffer for it. That is, have you seen the level of crime? Only yesterday, if I tell you the level of crime that, at least within the people I know, that happened to the people I know just yesterday. You understand that we don't even know where we are going to. First of all, my female friend, towards 11 a.m., she was robbed on the road, not like in a quiet place in the junction where people are gathered and nobody could come to her aid. They actually stopped her. You understand? The person came down from the bike and pointed a dagger at her and collected her bag and phone, and her ATM card was inside. She was actually crying that yesterday. She had to rush to the bank to block her account and also block her SIM card. They collected everything. Now, she cannot actually say she wants to fight them, because the thing is, if you want to fight these people, they might end up killing you and still collecting it. So I was trying to like encourage her that yesterday. I said, you don't need to feel bad because your phone was collected, because if you're alive, definitely you get another phone. It might take time, but you get another phone. But if you die, that's the end of it. That same yesterday, close to where I am, someone came to rob, although they caught the person. Now people are practicing this act of crime, this act of stealing, um because things are difficult. What am I
No,
saying in
Mary,
essence? They
Mary,
come back to the former.
Mary, you see one of the things. Yes, things are difficult, but the question is, why are things? Nigerians are not asking the most difficult question. Why are things difficult? Because there's a big gap between the rich and the poor. You know, in this midst of things, people are making more money. This time we are now, some people, the rich men are making more money at the detriment of the others, because there's no effective taxation. Tax is not for government to be rich alone. It's to moderate the society. You see, in the UK, Mary, if I'm working, I'm earning a lot of money, I pay more tax to the government. Then if you're not working, the government will pay you something to eat. That is the money I pay. That's where the government want money to give to those who are not working to eat until they get a job.
That's true.
So how is the government going to give money? Now the government of Nigeria is so, I don't want to use the bad word this morning. They are so concerned with oil, they just collect oil money and squander it. So they're never getting enough. Now the rich man is getting richer, the poor man is getting poorer, the government is swallowing oil money. Now there must be anarchy. Now the gap between the rich and the poor is unacceptable. No poor man will go to bed dead. He's not going to die in hunger. He's going to rob you.
That's true.
You think he's going to die? You give a policeman gun to go on the street. He child is sick in the hospital, or enough he go school. He go collect money for street. Give her, he shoot you. Who give her a gun? Maybe the number one instinct of a human being is to survive. In fact, Buhari said something I love. He said your number one right is self-defense. He forget that one, say not be just self-defense. It's survival. The number one right of a human being is to survive. Mary, in fact, there's when you read law, you go laugh there. There was a case where these people, three soldiers, three sailors, they were brought in the boat. They could not going to survive, you understand? And they had no food to eat. And they were three. So what they did, they killed one. And they cooked and they ate that one for survival. And it was called a murder case. And their defense was that they needed to survive. Yes, they killed one of them. And the only reason they caught them guilty is that they don't have the right, and the other person did not agree to be killed. But at the end of the day, it was necessity. They talk about crime of necessity. Law can be funny, trust me. Judges don't misbehave. They have to think, what is the rationale? Why did this crime even happen? So I commit a crime. Yes, the question is, was I in a normal state? What did I commit? Is it to survive? Mary, if in the course of doing things, I am drowning with you, and I pray to that so I survive, I'm not going to be found guilty. If I need you to climb you to it's a funny situation. I'm going to read that portion of the law again. I'm going to bring it down. But it's quite funny how the law treats that kind of case. So the law does recognize that you're right to survive, not self-defense, to survive. Human beings are being starved to death in Nigeria. And you said they will not come out. They will. So maybe I will see you now. It's just like somebody come to my house and he raped my wife, they raped my daughters and everything, and I cannot kill the person. If I get sick, I go break his head. What do you call that? So it's a crime to kill, but there are conditions you can't kill. Murder is allowed. You have right to kill somebody on certain conditions. Now, the question is whether the Nigerian government has pushed us enough so that we start killing one another. That's not what I'm justifying. You understand? But I'm saying that I want us to look at why people are into crime. Maybe that man you saw, he came down from Okada. Is it well with him? Any normal person
go enter Okada. Why is it that if they are robbing like
Tinubu's son go enter Okada, they go rob people? Tinubu's son go enter Okada, they go rob people?
We live in an area where you will see Tinubu's son.
Club, if you come club, now you understand? The guy they grew with a lot. What are you talking about? A well-to-do person will not commit this kind of level of crime. And we're talking of some cheap level of crime, Mary. Cheap. Then Tinubu crime. Now to take pen, carry oil money, take wrong, go somewhere. Nobody, they are not guilty. Now the man, when he comes street, now he cause the whole crime. Fella talking before, who be thief? And not be thief. When I go listen to that track, Nigerians. So what I'm saying is, when government does not know that it is the essence of collecting tax is not to be rich alone. You see, when you collect tax in a well society, a well-organized society, when government is collecting taxes, they are regulating the amount of money in the society. They take some from the rich, and they settle the poor. And government intentionally make this minimum wage law so that some people will not be slave to others. These are strategies. Look at Europe, Mary. The only reason there's not so much anarchy here is that the government will not allow me to pay you 70,000 naira or they go put me for prison today. Mary, sometimes I want to bring people to come and perform in UK. If your salary, if I put your salary is £1,000, they won't give you visa. They will tell you it's below the minimum wage in the UK. You are not in UK. You are coming to work in the UK. They will tell me, and they will not give the visa. They will cancel it until the minimum wage is threshold is reached. Why do you think they're doing that? They're not doing that to punish me. They're not doing that to please you. They're doing that to regulate a society. So the money will not be too much in one hand. So I will not be treating you like a slave. Because when you are treated like a slave for too long, baby, you're going to turn back and do evil to the society. And I may not be the one you will hurt. Now, Nigerian government does not know what is called taxation. I know Nigerians are angry with me today. Why we want to pay more tax? No. You need to pay, okay? Not even you, the poor man. It's not the poor people I'm talking about. The rich need to pay tax. And if the rich, as long as you not continue to pay tax, as you not pay tax, there will be problem. Your children, you go lock them for inside room. Because there's a saying in what they say, rich men not fit sleep because they are hungry. But poor men not fit sleep, because they're hungry, so they're outside. But rich men not fit sleep too because they don't say poor men, they're hungry for outside. That's what we have now. Nigerians, the poor are angry. They are on the street crying for food. Rich man self hide. Who born this your senior president? Make it come out when those children they protest. They go bury alive. So the man self not they sleep. They washing gates. You understand? Whether people go come knock. I tell you, the people that were most scared were the lawmakers and the people in government during this crisis. So while some people were hungry, as that one said, as we they fight for those, that like they fear because he say if I want touch her, that like maybe now we go first take now we go take our drink pepper soup first.
My country, very funny. If you are here, if you see where Wike is passing, it will be difficult for you to detect the motor that is inside. Now, what will happen is you might see like
you see what I'm saying?
Motor in the front.
You see what I'm saying?
You see 3 to 4 in the front. You might even see
is
power bike.
running.
Like 2 power bike will pass. You will now
Okay.
see hillocks of different security at the back. So
Amen.
you'll not be able to, and then all the car, their glasses will be dark. You'll be able to detect the one who's inside.
What do they talk? Make it try out. We go
And
eat am. We go take a
like,
drink of the soup.
for my
Who
country,
is a Mary? Who is
people,
at peace? Now we can get peace. Only all we can do which enjoyment we can get. Wait, Mary, more forget. None of us. Me, I would like to go to Nigeria today. So what kind evening? I carry my toy car. I will go on the street, see what kind clean, the kind village girl whenever spoil. You will fix here, hey babe, I like you. Now that one be the sweet one. The one we can see now the one that roti. Sorry, not this Nigerian women. You understand? Those days, you know, when you enter bus, now that time they see me, babe. You know, so sometimes when I start to drive, I dey see good girl again. Now that time when I dey enter bus, now that time I dey see babe. You understand? You go see this innocent girl, maybe you go just fall in love. You never over pamper the hair. Do your hair now, no verse. No, the kind of one they make hair like the Nigerian natural girl.
Girls, now when you are
driving. What do I want to baby girl do? I want natural girl when it's sweet. You understand? So we are saying two things. You know what I mean? So Wicked can't do that. It's not privilege. You don't ever see that kind of thing for a life. He said they enjoy. Which kind of enjoyment? You're missing the real sugar, Wicked. Why are you hiding? You see what I'm saying, Mary? Because, and it's come down to one thing. That's what I really want us to talk about today. Effective taxation. I was looking at Mary. I look at the kind of taxes we have in Nigeria. And I look at the taxes we have in the UK. I have them here. I don't want to bore this audience today with that. You will be confused. We are making 980 billion. They make small. It go come reach trillion pounds. Maybe how much will they get for Nigeria? 10 trillion naira. I mean, at 10 billion self in naira. With two. No. And when you have such a case, certain money to do certain amenities will not be there. Money to take care of the poor will not be in the hands of the government. The government is broke. The only reason we are talking government is the oil money the fools are sharing. Otherwise, they are not making money. I keep saying it every day. Government is not making money. When I say Nigerian government is not making money, people get angry. They say, oh, they are not making money. They are broke. Money not they hide. Tinubu does not have it. Today, they see our presidential jet, Mary. See, they see that. Now, the day
I gave you this expo since yesterday. I gave you this expo since yesterday. You said I should not bring up the topic. You don't want anything that will spoil your mind. It was immediately it happened. I said I gave you the expo. You know, I saw that in 24 minutes. I think after it happened. So I told you since yesterday. I knew you were going to see it today. I thought it was going to make headlines today.
Okay. But maybe is it not depressing? Is this one not depressing?
No respect for our country. Why are they reducing us to something that's like this doesn't make any sense, that Chris. Presidential jet for a debt that is owned by Ogun State.
Exactly.
No. It's wrong.
But at the end of the day, maybe for the Ogun State,
we know that our government are not really doing well. It is wrong. Presidential jet to be seized for a debt that another state is owing.
In fact, the French government must have been broken international law here, because anyway, it's the court that is passing that stupid resolution. And this jet, on a good day, has diplomatic immunity. You don't arrest the property of a sovereign state. A court in another country does not have the right to pass judgment and seize the property of a sovereign state. They can seize private property, but as this private jet is the Nigerian Air Force, which is what the Nigerian president uses, you don't have right to seize it. You can't seize American Air Force One. Are you mad?
They're supposed to give Ogun State money. Is it Nigerian government that's supposed to give them money? Why can't the state be making their own money?
No, Mary, no. The truth is, Ogun State borrowed this money, or they went into this contract with the French government, with the Chinese company, of course, with the approval of the federal government. The state may be doing something and they will seek the permission of the federal government to sign them as their surety. That's how somebody works. So when the company is now suing the state,
they don't surety anybody you don't know.
They know they surety now. Nigerian government is surety. Nigerian government don't know Ogun State.
You and surety can make you to sell your house. Surety can make you to sell your house. I'm serious. Something that you're not the one that ate the money, but because it's surety, you might even lose your house at the process. Surety.
You see, maybe This
That's
topic
wrong.
I'm talking about bring me to what I was talking about before you joined the show. Now, the money we would have been using anyway, I don't believe that money from taxation should be used to maintain stadium, because stadium should be making money for itself. But now, with some of this money we need
Yeah.
to run essential amenities for the people, like healthcare for all. Because if Nigeria is making huge amount of money from taxation, add this oil money, then what will happen is that we have so much that we can put money into, say, healthcare for everybody. Or, in fact, people will not be killing us, Mary. These children will not be out there kidnapping us. We can continue to blame them, give them all kinds of names. The people kidnapping us, the people killing us, the people robbing us. Who are they? I want to said it too. He said the children of those who refuse to help train will not allow your children to sleep. Now they don't even allow you to sleep. Call them criminals. A question I asked you, Mary, wait to that the Christians will really come Nigeria now, come they kidnap people. How much you going to get me from kidnapping? These are disoriented lost souls.
No.
These are people who have been neglected by society. If whether you like it or not, you say there's something my friend said to me. He said, I didn't give an excuse. Say, see what my boy do. He said, boy, he said, Daddy Chris, that boy now your responsibility. Whether if he fail, now your own. If he pass, now your own. I sit up immediately. You understand? That was a big word. Because no matter what the kid do, now your responsibility. A child in Nigeria is responsibility of the Nigerian government. How the child can become kidnapper? Ask yourself. Because a child that is born, Mary, you see computer when you newly buy a newly, there's nothing inside that computer. Then you begin to type the save. Those are the things you're going to get back. How can you go to an empty computer and say, where it's so? Now Google it be. Now what did they stop for Google? Now you see you. Ask Google certain things. You get one information when they go on for Google now, Mary. I laughed. Now this, I think that this Indian guy. He said, ask Google, say, Google, how to make wife happy? Google said, what? He asked a question, how do I make my wife happy? He said, Google said, I'm still looking for the answer. I've not been able to find it. If you find it, tell us. See, there are some things Google don't have answer to. Who know how to make woman happy? You know how to make wife happy? Tell me. May they put you down. If you give her one, you want two. If you give two, you want three. Nothing you go fit do for this woman. That's what God create now. You understand? So sometimes when they do, you go, they laugh. God. What are you talking about? So what I'm trying to say is that it's what you put into the computer that the computer gives to you. A child that is kidnapping us is what we put into that child. Can you imagine a child growing up in the hardship? Up NEPA! Every child in Nigeria. The child, when will they grow up with? Your network, Mary. Can you hear me? You see, Mary network don't start. They don't invest for us. People for village don't come. You know, say Nigeria will do.
That's the culture.
Mary, now people for village don't come. I say people for village don't come. All right, you know what? We're going to try and get Mary back. Mary, your network is not helping. Resign in the game. We'll have you back. We'll have Mary back in a minute. All right. So what I'm trying to say is this. There are some things Google can't even. You cannot give answers to what you don't have. Or you cannot bring out what is not put into you. That's why the Bible said it's what comes out of a man that defines a man. But it is what goes inside a man that makes it to come out. Nothing will come out that isn't going. A child that says something today is because of what the child has said. A child that is born in the UK, whenever sees NEPA, you know, will grow up with up NEPA. That is a child. That is our destiny. Up NEPA, because like not the day. That child is growing up with that system. That is that harsh life. There's something things I'll say to my son alone, they look me. He doesn't understand. Because I'm coming from a different culture. The way they look me, what is this man talking about? Sometimes only me go adjust myself. Say this boy don't understand. My Nigerian boy, remember I leave me alone. So we have come to a stage where we blame the victims. I know it's a big word I just said. They will kill me if they say I'm calling criminals victims. They are victims, sir. Ask yourself how we got here. The young people who are kidnapping us are victims of this society we are talking about. It's a result of our failure as parents. You have no right not to send your child to school. That's why in the United Kingdom, if my child is not in school, I go to jail. I will go to prison, maybe they will arrest me. The school fees is free. I don't have to pay. But if my child does not go to school, 1, 2, 3, the school will come and ask, why is the child not in school? If it is me, I will go to prison for it. You know why they do that? When that child grow up and he becomes a criminal, he's not going to kill the parents first. He's going to kill other people. There's a story now of a boy that came and walk on the street and start to kill people. Now their parents, they kill. In UK, which is causing a big trouble. They're going to kill others. The society is not restricted to you and your family alone. So when you bring a child into the world, the child is not your own. It belongs to the government. So the government need to take every child that is born. The one you know what made them born, not allow.
But this measure that they are put in place is what to reduce crime rates in their country.
Yes.
Because if you don't train a child properly, they grow up to become something else.
That's it.
And at that point, when they are grown, you can't control their decision. You can't tell them what to do again. So you have to start from that.
No, they are lost. At the point they are lost. At the point they are lost. We have some lost ones here in the UK. Even as much as the society is trying to protect them, they still get lost. And we're still finding the best way to parent children in the United Kingdom. We're still talking about it. But a society where the government does not do anything about it, the government does not have money to take care of the parents, and the parents are going to bed hungry, a child that is going to bed hungry, that grow up with hunger, that is going to die of ulcer, is going to be a criminal. Even, wait, they ask yourself, Mary, why all our boys, they do Yahoo? Because some of them are out of order. Then they see, say, politicians, waiting cause Yahoo. Politicians, when he enter office yesterday, go, come, carry a girlfriend. He carry a jeep, come. Make him not go do Yahoo, carry him, make not sweat, make him not panic. Everybody want to panic one another. Blame man for Yahoo, which opportunity to get her. If you want to be thief, when you go thief government money, you be different. What is the difference between you and him? What is the difference between a bloody thief politician and a boy that does Yahoo? You're both thieves. What moral standing do you have to challenge a boy that do Yahoo if all you do is steal the government money? And they can see you. How much do they pay you when you take the panic then so? Are they fools? They are looking, they are watching. Maybe if government can just think well and copy. I said the last time I came to this show and I said, let us learn to imitate good things. Because that's what my father told me. That is, you imitate good things, they become rich. If you see where people they do good things, you go follow them, maybe, so you become a rich man. Everything in life is about imitating. Because you come back, you see somebody do good thing. Maybe I like the way you dress today. I'm gonna go do my own. It's not bad. This cloth on I wear, I see say one person wear like this. He tied the tie. Now make me wear this tie today. I'm not carry I come from heaven. No, I mean, Mary, as I born me, I know say that they dress like this. No, now here I see people they dress like this. Today, I choose to dress like this. So I know ask whether even they worry me now. Because somebody dress her, he fit her. That means that Chris doing home. So in anything in life, people in an attempt to get to a particular standard, in an attempt to feed ourselves, we are bound to do certain things. When you do psychology, they tell you that when a need is established in a human being, that need will make you to begin to do everything humanly possible. You begin to do crazy things, good things until you achieve that thing. You never get equilibrium until that need is satisfied. You want a girl now, Mary, I want to marry you. I go do everything to marry you. I go do, if na wayo, I go tell you. If na sweet things, I go tell you so that you go marry me. Because until you marry me, I not go happy. Do you understand? So this is how life is. We can keep blaming these people, but the cause of it is what I'm trying to talk about. The government of Nigeria need to collect money from the rich people and use that to sort some of these issues we are going through now. But because, of course, they are collecting money. See my bowl when I take eat Indomie this morning. I understand. I'm not take a come on, many people not converse. Because of
Funny enough, I just saw it now.
and I said it be. It's been there. Now I swallowed the tea before I go on the show. I go say, see this man, see what he do to it. The life is a difficult one, and I really want us to Nigerian government to ask themselves why in the first
this life, we are the one that is making it difficult. There's something somebody said. Somebody said something as funny as it is. He say, "This life is not hard, though. You are the one that wants to become something. If not that you want to be like Dangote, you want to make millions. This life is not hard. I want you just to wake up and eat. You don't want to be this, or you don't want to be that one. You don't.
Maybe that's all you really. Maybe if you have that, maybe if you have that one, go let your wife go run leave you. If not, the truth be say, I tell you, I said something that day. Rich people don't enjoy you. The poor men actually enjoy more. Maybe not date rich man. That is not there for bed though. Rich man, as if they hear one thing, he had the cut. That thing they draw inside.
Because how come rich people actually have this BP with the money?
Of course.
They have that BP.
Of course.
That level of BP as a rich man. Is it?
Of course.
And I was not asking myself, you see a business owner, a company owner, CEO, they tell you the person has BP. And you are a big man, you have the money. Is it that the money now cannot give you the happiness?
The money is the BP. Mary, the money is the BP. Now the money be the BP. I said, if you follow that man, go back there. He's not going to do anything. He's going to look your face. You're going to say, man, this man saying that his money is going to give your guys. Poor man, when they don't check, do the whole check. The son, when they work out every day, make us strong, very. Go do the thing well for bed. More than not best. But this is the truth about life. You know what? I think sometimes I think God is responsible for this. God don't want to make you get everything. If you get this one, you don't get this one. Every human being born is lacking something. As they see so many, every human being born today, if they lack one thing, the other one get up. Now only God get all. When we argue with God, that's why He teach us a lesson. Say, "Be una want become, come see me. Mona come and wait for now. Tower Babe Day. Go bring and make we see him." You understand? Let's go on a quick break, Mary. When we come back, we're going to look at the end of this show together. And it's going to be what we all can do to make Nigeria better. The question I'll be asking my people today is, are we ready to pay more tax? Can we tell Nigerian government to introduce more taxation? On the show here, we talk about inheritance tax, which you guys don't know anything about. It doesn't exist. It was not even, we're looking at the kind of taxation in Nigeria today, it's not one of them. And the question is, if you allow the rich to get richer, and you don't have money to take care of the poor, you are inviting two things. Inviting anarchy. Some people will be slave to others. By the time me, I'll be slave to my fellow man in my own country, there's going to be trouble. I promise you, there will be trouble. Bob Marley said that now everywhere is war. Did you ask yourself? Bob Marley said, until the philosophy which hold one rate superior and another one inferior. No, until the philosophy which makes some people too rich and some too poor is finally treated and abandoned, there will be anarchy in Nigeria. And that is my submission. If you want to do that, we're going to say to the government in this country, they don't force you now. They have a way of taking the money. Through effective taxation. If you die, 40% our own. And where your income tax, this one our own.
And
this one.
I've never seen people that are as rigid as our leaders. That I was telling myself, I said, even if people that have died, the opportunity to come back alive and come and tell this government that this is how that place is, you people should change and do like this, they will still not change. It looks as if it's something that they have signed, they have seen it in their heart that as we are going here, we have to kill our conscience. They don't care. Yes. Let's go
on the break, baby. We'll come back.
Even if you are there, you understand? Maybe you have that kind of mindset. I feel like it's general for all of them. If you be in that position, you have to behave that way.
Maybe something. Then we need to find out why they are like that, Mary. Maybe that would be a topic for us to explore. Why our leaders.
Have you noticed it? If you are different, you might not last. You have to be like that. To be there for you.
In fact, yes, and because the system is controlled by the Babylonians. The Babylon system is a vampire sucking the blood of the sufferer. You see, Bob Marley said it all. We're coming back when we come back from this break. Don't go away. Stay there. We'll be right back.
Looking for a home away from home in Abuja? Look no further than SRTV Shortlet Apartments. Our fully furnished apartments offers everything you need for a comfortable and relaxing stay. Unwind in spacious rooms with exquisite ambience. Cook delicious meals in our well-equipped kitchen and relax in our comfortable sitting rooms watching your favorite shows. And guess what? 247 Wi-Fi available. But that's not all. SRTV goes extra mile by providing a car to take you around town during your stay. No need to worry about navigating public transportation or hailing taxis. Explore Abuja at your own pace. Book your SRTV Shortlet apartment today and experience the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. You can reach us by calling this number 070-6237-9915 or 080-7082-7331. SRTV Logistics is SR SRTV Logistics is here. Are you into a restaurant business? We are here to help you move your goods from one place to another. If you're moving your goods out of the country or within the country, you can come to us. Trust us to handle your deliveries with the utmost care and professionalism, ensuring your items reach their destination safely and on time. Don't settle for anything less. We're part of the global supply chain of helping goods to move from one point of origin to the point of consumption according to the needs of customers. You can contact us with the numbers on the screen or email us at logistic@superiorradioandtelevision.com.
Hello, welcome back. Sorry about that, people. I had to get a very urgent call downstairs, so I rushed down. And you know, maybe the network can this the Nigerian network can always fool you any day. Well, we were talking about something very, very important on how government can effectively use taxation. I know sometimes when we talk about taxation, people get angry. Say, who am I to pay tax? Why do I pay tax? But I'm happy that the pastors have done a better job in this area. That's why I said a government is like a pastor who should be preaching good news to us. The good news of the state, the good news of coming together, the good news that next to God is government. In fact, the government, the punishment of man, which is that of the government, is now. That of God is tomorrow. So you need to follow God first before the government first, obey the government first, and then follow God in the evening. In the morning, follow the government. In the evening, follow God. That is how it works. Because even God is the one that instituted the government that teach us how to live with one another in peace and work as one another. God is the one that created the ethnic nation. The tribe I speak today is not my making. It's God that introduced languages. So how come that we cannot live and understand that the only person we can pay tax to other than God is the government? I don't like to use the word tax. I like to use the word tithe. The same way you pay tithe in the church, you should be paying your tithe to the society. Now, the beauty of the tithe you pay to society, what did the pastor tell you? When you pay that tithe maybe we need to tell us a little bit, how the pastor have been so successful. Damina has been really dealing with them these days. So most of them are afraid now to talk about taxation, paying tithe. But they've done well. Explain it to us that when you put in such amount of money, you're going to get this back. That if you don't pay your tithe, you are robbing God. And maybe that's not even the moral thing. But they've cleverly now saying that when you pay tithe, when you sow, you reap. You put this and you're going to get so things. So now people believe that when I pay my tithe,
there is this saying that give us never lack.
Your network, oh Mary.
right? In as much as a lot of people frown at it, like
Your network, Mary.
there was a
Mary,
time that I came
your network will not allow us to hear you.
but can you hear me now?
Better.
Okay, that what he does is he gathers the money, he goes out and gives it out to beggars on the streets. That is his own way of giving tithes.
No,
He
that's the
believes that
best.
giving the money to beggars is the perfect way of giving tithes. That he's not giving his money to any pastor, he's not giving his money to any church.
Yes.
You understand? In as much as a lot of people frown at it, that the most important thing is there's tithes in the Bible. But if that is what he believes, it's fine.
Who said? You
You
know,
understand?
no, wait, Mary. These pastors are wicked people. Tithe is in the Old Testament. It's not in the New Testament. You never hear people talking about tithe in the New
God did
Testament.
not come to change the Old Testament now, that decrease.
Oh,
he didn't
yes,
come to change it. Like, he didn't come
but
to
he came
change
to amend
scrap
it.
it out.
Why are we not still killing goats?
Yes.
Why are we not making still burnt offering? So many things have changed. Those were the law of Moses. Those things have passed. It's now the new era where you got salvation by just believing,
So
by just confessing.
Trying to say that the Old Chris, are you saying we should stop giving tithes?
No, the New Testament is a modernization of the Old Testament. Let me put it this way. The New Testament is a modernization of the Old Testament. In fact, tithe is out of date, but I still believe in tithe. Maybe not the way it is. In those days, the tithe were said so that people that come to church will have food to eat. And nobody is even allowed to take it home. They were the people, Levites, working for God. They were the workers of God. It was then, God was ruling the world because the president should be God. Because these people were people working for God. You pay tithe to the church. And in return, the church does a lot of good things for you. What does the church do for you now? What does the modern day church do? I don't want to talk about them. The tithe is outdated. In my book, anyway, if you can pay tithe to the pastor, I'm saying pay your tithe to
God. I'm not saying you want to open your own church. When you open, are you going to stop tithe giving in your church? If for example you open your own church,
have you seen the I've changed the name of my church. I changed it from Church of Sacrifice to Church of Service. No, yeah. Church of Service to God.
Are you serious about this?
The land I'm going to use for the church, I don't buy them. Mary, no, I had the revelation years ago that I'm going to have a church. And it's going to be in my village. And then perhaps that's where I'll be buried. I never knew I would buy the land. You understand? And at the point in time, when I just got some money last year, I got this opportunity to buy this 1 acre of land. And I said, oh, okay, maybe that's what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do with the land. I don't need it. So I bought it. And maybe I'm going to have a church. And my church, I just changed the name from Church of Sacrifice to Church of Service. And my church will service God and service mankind. So even if you're going to say, meaning it's a place where people will come together, put their resources together and grow in unity with God. It's not going to be one place, one pastor is bigger than this. No, the pastor will be serving us. In fact, I'm going to show salvation. I'm going to show how God wants the world going to be. That's how my church is going to be. I'm not going to build schools that the other people will not enter. What am I doing with the schools? Nobody, what's so good there? What I love about this, I'm not going to ask to hear the people. Wait till you want to take the whole money when they get to do. Ask the man. The money is useless to him.
That's the truth, though.
And where is he going to sleep? Where is he sleep? Where did he sleep this night? He probably get fever till daybreak. He doesn't need the bloody money that he cannot give to others who need it. And we don't want to end up like them, man. I'm not saying it's a sin to have money, but these people make it look like a sin to be rich. What are you going to do? So in my church, you never do the same, Mary. My church of service, you will see what I'll do. It will be service to God and service to mankind. And that's what I'm preaching today. That the day you are able to pay your tithe to God, you must be able to pay your tithe to mankind. And paying tithe to mankind is paying your tax in the society. Because this money will be used. Look at what the government, maybe look at how let's look at UK. If you're not working, they give me my money to pay my rent and give me money to eat until I get a job. I'm talking some 1,000 apart. The minimum threshold now for universal credit in the UK is 1,300, 1,400 and something pounds. From there, you pay your rent. They'll tell you how much you can get towards your rent. But that is in the UK. Then you see Nigeria. One pastor have all this amount of money. He doesn't even need them. He's not paying tithes on it. And you tell me, yes, the law which established church here in the UK is not the same law that you used to establish your own. You need to be paying tax. The way they feel they call people, may they come pay tithe to you. Pastor, you not feel pay tithe to government. Now lie. If I be president, now you go fair pay tax. You go pay your tithe to the society. I'm going to tell you, pay your tithe back to mankind. I will make some laws. You will begin to give that money back or you go to prison. The law does not allow you to convert that money to become your own. The money you collect in the offering is not your own. It's supposed to go back to the people. Are you doing that, sir? You open your mouth and you talk about what you don't know. And all of you come out and you insult people who are trying to correct you. You know what I love about it? You go soon die. God now only get time. How many years you get on earth? You now when they misbehave, so how many women you fit sleep with? How many food you fit eat? The God so punished us that he made sure that the small one go enter the belly at a time. You cannot get more than that. If you eat more than that, you go die, you go sick, you go die. God say you not go fit take more than one woman at a time. If one gets handle, so this small girl handle you now. If you misbehave, you go die on top of her. Tell me what you gather the money they do. Give me that pleasurable thing that you're going to do with money that's making you to kill others. I'm going to name them. You foolish. You don't need it. Something I don't need. Why would I keep people because of it? And we're not preaching morality today. We're preaching paying your tithe to the society. And it is called taxation. And when that is done, this tithe you pay to society is completely different from the tithe you pay to God. I want to explain this, Mary. The tithe you pay to, that's why in my church I will use it. The tithe you will pay to society or to my church, the service of mankind, is different from the one you pay to God. The one you pay to society, in fact, you won't even be paying tithe to God because God does not need your tithe. The tithe you will pay in my church will be tithe to mankind. Meaning a place where you deposit your money and you all use the money for your own good. Mary, do you know that 10 people can raise themselves out of poverty today? If 10 people come to my church and every day they are dropping 10 naira, every Sunday they come, the next day, then after some few months, one can carry that money and go and do business and bring the money back, and the other person will carry it. Is that not, we call them Osusu? That is the kind of progressive church I will create. I will create a church where pastor collect money and go and build. Where? You are robbing people. You're not serving God. You're not serving mankind. And that's why I call my church service, church of service. Service to God and service to humanity. We'll go talk that one, but let's talk it in the context of today. Government need to collect your tax. Tinubu government does not understand that because it's busy collecting, stealing money from oil. But what I'm saying is, Tinubu government should take a look at how you can collect tax money from the people and use the money for the benefit of the people. Oh yeah, when you collect, you never even use that word. Like this one you go use where? But yes, because if you collect the money from them, you ask you about where the money is. You know, Nigerians are not aware you're collecting all this big amount of money. Do we know how much Nigerian get from oil today? We don't know. That's why it's only Tinubu and his cohort and his governors that are doing this evil to us. If we know we donate money today, we'll go ask how much. You see, you never go to church before, you never did meeting. Treasurer, the first thing will say, how much is in the coffer? Financial secretary go keep record. Who they keep that record for us? In the Nigerian state business, our own. Nigeria is I really describe Nigeria as a business for which we are all stakeholders. It's just some people have higher stake than the others. Those we ask to manage, who are elected executive of this association, now they rob us. All your money when God give to every one of us, that they rob and they take and they convert themselves. They buy new private jet, and the private jet now they don't seize for France. So now the matter one will they discuss today. I'm not going to discuss that one. My guy, if you don't listen to what I'm saying, kidnapping will remain a self-fulfilling prophecy. And before they go kidnap me, your children, they're in danger too. Maybe here they kidnap me today. They kill me today. Tomorrow they feel kidnap your pikin. Nobody is immune to these things. Like when Mary rightly said, Mary said, if you see the kind motor when they carry our FCT minister, when we get a pass, not be this one, oh, Mary, oh, come back, we can hear from you. Waiting wicked in disguise, in your own land, you they hide. The children cannot come out. You mad fence when it be like prison. Now, if you come to UK, now I will tell you go Royal Her Majesty prison. Now I don't go to His Majesty prison because Her Majesty don't go. If you go there, you go see the kind prison, the kind fence it be. Now only that kind fence will they see for UK. Human being on a normal sense will not build that kind of fence in his house. That's the kind of fence you have. You are in prison. You are prisoners. I see. So having money, you become a prisoner. You just say that the only poor man go suffer. We are all suffering it. I'm begging us today. Today is the 16th of August, 2024. Let us pull off this. Let us come to the church of service. Come to the Christ church of service. Let us pay tithe to mankind. And in fact, government should know that it's their job to collect the tithe to mankind. Government should know it's their duty to preach the need to pay tithe to mankind. The government must be able to justify tithe to mankind. And government must be accountable for the money we paid as tithe to mankind. I'm not talking of the one you pay to church, to mankind. And it is called taxation. In the United Kingdom, it contributes to 36% of their GDP. So tax alone, money where they collect from us, Mary, now be 36% of their money. Not money from us, oh, not government they use. So imagine, Mary, government get 980 billion from taxation. They get how much from education? You understand? The money never they gather, so they never broke. They are able to run the affairs of the state without oil money.
That's true.
Nigeria, we get oil to even to support them. So we know they look into this area. We don't know we can make money from education. We don't know we can make money from football. Because that's what happened in the UK. They make some money from football, 6-point-something billion. They make 900-something billion from this agriculture. They feed themselves. They health. They do this. Really, before you know, their money swell up. Nigeria, they get money from oil. And you see what they make me laugh, Mary? All those people went to say they won't break out of Nigeria. If I tell you, now only one thing they get from mine. Now oil money made them won't break. Now oil, they don't say the oil they come. And that's why when you see that they draw the map, they are very clever. Oduduwa, they draw map, they go draw the whole of south, put for Oduduwa. East, when you never see the Biafra map, go enter the whole of that south.
But you don't even do that in Biafra because even some place that Biafra said is part of them might at the end of the day reject them, so they are not part of them.
What are you talking about? That time we go tell you, say we go break that river Niger. That the bomb go first, stop, boom. No cross, because if you cross, you are on your own.
The other some part of people there. The other some part of this.
Maybe I say we be people whether they carry anybody come, just carry us, will be their wife. Now, Mary, tell me if you marry husband, where you follow, tell me you go follow.
That's true.
If I marry you now, not if I say go Sakoto go stay, you go follow me. You go
okay,
tell
so
me say
anywhere they carry that as anywhere.
Anywhere they carry Uruboma go. God day. So I will be my wife. When they come, will they wait? Now that river Niger will very break. Make that start up. Now that the first bomb go land, stay your own. Because you cannot. No. What we're saying is, where we break into, is that the problem of the state? No. The problem is this mismanagement of resources.
Have you not seen that they are breaking to go and break again? Because even in that Biafra, they will still break.
Of course.
Whether you like it or not, they will still break.
And that time you go see, you not see what happened for former Yugoslavia. As one break, the other one break, say, hey, say your own. Tribe begin to become tribe. Every tribe begin to say, hey, listen, we are not supposed to be associated.
People go and break there to break again. ISIS, you might be united within 5 years. Later, you now begin to see the division. Every state now begin to fight for how their own state leader
If
will become the
if at
president
the
of
time we
Nigeria.
become now only one Igbo man from Anambra, now can they be president? Abakaleke
And I
as you
say,
say,
you
why we not go
are
be the
trying
president?
to break again. You
Uh-huh.
understand?
Then they go say
Country will come out of Biafra.
every man go begin decide his destiny. You know, the
It
same
is
thing
better
with
to not even
Oduduwa.
start that division.
And that time you gonna say, not be all Yoruba be the Yoruba. You
That
gonna
is
say,
it
not be
now.
all Yoruba be Yoruba.
Once they start it, Yoruba want to split. Another state want to split.
You go see say not be all Yoruba be Yoruba. Oh, you go see and see the division with Oshu Yoruba and the one with Lagos Yoruba. They go tell you the difference. Say Ijebu na Ijebu. You go see. So you see, my people, we have a destiny to fulfill. It's a common one. Our problem is these little things I've been talking about. I'm not against anybody want to break, but this is my message to you. The problem is not Nigeria. Nigeria is a blessing. Blessing to all of us. Having a country of almost 300 million people, you have a huge market. You can talk. People will listen. Where is Cotonou going? That one they call Cotonou, they say na Benin Republic. That na country. That not be country. Well, take ourselves. You are a state in Nigeria, shut up. Because you don't need a country like that. What are they achieving? All they do is that only become French territory, part 2. Now French territory, French where they it's either you be part of Nigeria, you be part of French, you are part of French. You see, this is the colonization. You know if you blame Oyibo for this one, now we cause them. Of course, Nigeria is not even showing a good example. Suppose Nigeria show a good example, people for Cotonou for don't try to join us. People in Mexico want to be part of the United States of America because America is big. They want to be part of a big state. Then they make it progress. Why would somebody want to be part of Nigeria? When Tinubu they run like this? To be Minister of Petroleum. Not to know. They don't even understand what it means to run a state. Now we are trying to break. Why would you go and join that country? Even on the rest of that ECOWAS, for don't they try to be one country? Maybe we get a problem. Problem number one, our government not they make money. They don't understand how to make money. And until we start to make money, we not go to maintain what we get. I started the show mainly today by talking about maintenance of stuff. You understand? We don't maintain what we have. Mary, wait till they maintain something for you in that place.
To maintain something, it depends on that. Is what kind of thing. It depends.
Okay, so for instance, now what do we need to? Our stadium, Gallop Day everywhere, road not good. What do we need to maintain?
Then we need to do the needful. We need to work on it, and not just doing the needful. Do the needful in terms of if it's maybe some of the roads that leads to the stadium, you understand, is bad. If you are fixing it, it should be with quality products. Because if you use fake ones, it will still spoil.
Yes. So maybe it comes down to one thing. What I'm trying to say is that I know what you're saying now, but for me, if you get money, you go fix things. You understand?
That's true. That's true.
If I get money, I go tell one German man, come on, come down here to Nigeria, fix it and get out. You go begin command them. They will do what you say. Money talks and bullshit work. Money. Maybe if I marry you, I don't see money to maintain you. You go run, leave me. If you tell me say that decrease, just manage you. That the day where woman best, I go tell you how much.
In essence, you're trying to say what keeps marriage is money.
Before we call, you don't see about such a wife go run leave her. Man when they progress, wife they leave her. Man when they progress, say wife leave her. Where they go? Unless the woman don't get enough money, he won't go set up her own. You understand? Unless say for UK here, now for good. For UK, they go break up so the wife will get half of the money. That's why only women they break up here. Nigeria, una no go break up because una not get anything to go with.
Divorce. Okay. So now what happens?
Why your network the shake now? This is about Beleo. I can't hear you, daughter.
What happened to divorced billionaires?
Where? From where?
What happens to billionaires?
Where do divorced millionaires in Africa? Have you seen divorced millionaires in Africa? Have you seen a millionaire when the wife they divorce her for Africa? Not in Africa, because the law doesn't protect the woman. The only reason women they divorce for Europe is say they divorce, they don't say they will law will give them 50% of the asset. That's why women they divorce us for Europe. For Africa, they know they divorce. Because when the man get money, where they go?
The African woman can take anything because she does not have money of her own. Is that why?
Of course, Mary, before we call the thing when our women they take for home, they not they take them from us here. The same black woman. If you there, you go send you out because you know say here, if they good to do our own work, if they make our own money, if you misbehave, go say, okay, get out from my house. Now, and the law they with her. If you don't born oneself, as they call police, you say go carry your bag, they go because police they go deal with you if they come meet you for that house. That's when you buy before you bring her call this country. He go send you out. And why? Because he has the power. Why they know they send people out for Nigeria? You don't see where the woman for send man out for Nigeria. How you go take divorce the man? Where you they divorce her, they go? Where you they go marry? If you want to say your husband not do well, say you can't divorce her. Say shit or you say they divorce her. Where you they go? Tell me. But in the UK, they send us with speed. In fact, so fast. Because they're making their money. This network don't hold Mary to ransom again. See? This thing is not fair. Nigerian network, this is not fair. This fine girl, I go just freeze her like that. It's not fair.
Because once it rains like this, MTN I know. I don't know what's happening to them recently. Their network will just begin to fluctuate.
I understand. So, Mary, what I'm saying is, when country have money, when the government have money, they can do things and people will obey the law. They can make you obey the law by not even pushing you, by encouraging you. When you obey the law, they give you. Many they tell you say, if you work out for a straight line, as it's supposed to be, say you will get 20,000 naira. Everybody go work out for a straight line. Oh. So the government have money, they can make this happen by not forcing you to do it. If you do well, if you represent Nigeria well, see, if you represent Nigeria for football, they will give you so amount of money. Everybody go to struggle to represent Nigeria. If they tell you say if you represent Delta State or you represent your local government, money talks. Your wife no they leave you if you not get money. Your wife will leave you, not be her fault. Nobody want to associate with poverty. That's why an empowered woman is a dangerous species. It will leave you with speed.
And if you say nobody wants to associate with poverty, no, now.
Maybe you want to associate with poverty. Who? In fact, that's why they blame the young people when they commit crime now. Nobody, every human being must survive. Buhari, Mona take Urobo or any language tell Buhari say the number one right of a human being is right to survive, not right of self-defense. If you not let the person survive legally, go survive illegally. It's not going to die, you. In fact, wait, Mary, I did work out for London today. Hungry, they beat me. I won't die now. I see food for this one of the Saint Bishop here. I go enter inside. I go begin to eat. Call police, come. If better make a go for police for road. Huh? Made the network not go. Well, my people were coming slowly to the end of the show. Sometimes we come here and we just talk, blah, blah, blah. I wanted us to read the papers, Mary. Your network won't let me make that decision because I wanted it to be stable. Okay. The network will not allow us to do that. Otherwise, I wanted us to take a review of the Nigerian newspaper quickly, which is why I uploaded it.
Okay, let's see the Vanguard.
All right. Okay.
Okay, the big story on the Vanguard. Federal government open battle to recover seized presidential jets. And the writer says Chinese firm Zonga secure a Paris court order. Other attempt by Chinese companies is Zongshan to strip Nigeria of assets. This coming from presidency. Ogun government fought fraudulent legal practice by Zongshan. It's an international embarrassment. This coming from Peter Obi. And we have a story here that says NJC recommends.
I didn't NLC again. No. I didn't say your boyfriend don't come back.
Kudira's Kekere Ekun as CJN on page 9. Monkeypox, Bayelsa leads as NCDC confirms 39 cases in 33 states. FCT, and that's on page 8. Mixed reaction as uh, federal government plans to boost external reserves with $500 million FGN bond, and that's on page 20. Tinubu Nguma signs pipeline project deal. Federal government mediates between discourse man over electricity tariff hike on page 19. Igbo professionals condemn Igbo must go campaign on page 11. These are all the stories you have on the Vanguard this morning.
All right. And maybe we said it all that the French government. I've not seen the fault of the federal government of Nigeria. I've not seen whatever. In fact, according to the state, Ogun State, they're saying that the Chinese people have not, the Chinese company have not actually done the job, and the reason behind the court passing that kind of judgment on the Nigerian state is one thing. But let's put whatever being said. My own is, if Nigeria is a state to be respected, this kind of judgment will not happen. I don't see a French court seizing American Air Force One. The burner, in fact, the flight will leave. You understand? Who are you? You understand? When they won't leave the ground, you go run. Which court won't stop them? Again, this is what we're talking about integrity. We're talking about the sovereignty of a state. We lack it at the moment. It's because of the activities of our leaders. They are cheap. When you always come to beg, when you are always on the begging end, you have no space in the international law. You know, why would any reasonable court, they can seize every other property, seize our presidential jet? Oh, wow. This one passed me. Let's go to another family.
Okay, I think we'll look at the Guardian. Guardian might have a different story entirely.
Okay.
The Guardian. So the big story on the Guardian says, rinse and repeat. It's not the newspaper. And we have a story that says is moderate inflation spike amid sustainability concerns on page 6. Bauchi Emirates withdraw senatorial chieftaincy over alleged disrespect for governor on page 30.
What's that?
You said?
Bauchi Emirates, what do you do?
Okay, Bauchi Emirates withdraw senatorial chieftaincy over alleged disrespect for governor. So maybe the person disrespected the governor. So
they're supposed to give chieftaincy title to somebody that would not because the person disrespect governor in Jesus' name. All these are not traditional rulers. Let's go on, Mary. Let's go. They get wahala.
Monkeypox. NCDC places seaport states on high alert on page 7. Court orders forfeiture of $2 million shares properties linked to Emefiele on page 3. International embarrassment says
that's another big story. Look at how much, Mary, look at what this Emefiele story is still coming out. So that's to tell you how much Emefiele was burying this country. No wonder he wanted to run for president. That village fool wanted to run for president because he's been making.
Have you seen that this regime has helped in terms of recovering some looted money? It's just that we don't really know what they use the money for. Even though we know that they still have some people that
hunting their enemies. Where is Yahya Bello?
That's why I say some people that
is fighting. It's the number one criminal of our time today is Yahya Bello. Where is he? Emefiele is their scapegoat because not only Emefiele chop the money. Emefiele was asking President Buhari didn't agree. Is that what they are telling me? Who are you? Who are you taking for a ride? Now you see Dangote here. The man don't old all of a sudden. Dangote that was looking fresh. They don't frustrate.
Everything is not money. Everything is not money. If you see Dangote has changed drastically.
Now money change them. They won't bury this guy alive. Look at the agony in that man's face. And what is Tinubu doing? You are attacking, you are fighting your enemies, and I'm not part of it. And one story that I really want us to look at, I wanted to review it. I saw it, even somebody published it on Srtv now, one of our blog, that this deputy governor of Edo State, he don't resume work. Now, wow, we need to ask some questions. You understand? Because somebody when one court say, if you depose you from governor, now they bring him back. May God help Nigeria. Okay. We need to, Mary Chebi be Catholic now. So when I do this one, you know what I mean? In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Mary, let us say we put an end to the show today. I will let you close the show by saying what you have to tell to Nigerians. Let's hear from you, Mary. It's not that the network will not allow Mary to talk now. You see? The poor girl want to say you guys. Anyway, Mary, don't worry. We will have to do without it. Well, that is where we're going to try and end the show today. I started the show talking about the maintenance culture, but what I really want us to take home today is the message that we all need to pay our tithe to society. And when tithe are paid, what happens is the government will have enough money to sort out some of the issues, and the tithe is normally more from the rich and less from the poor. That way, the government is able to correct the evils of society so that we have a more equitable society where everybody feels belonging. When these issues are neglected, anarchy is always the cause. Slave trade is always the result. And that's what we have in Nigeria. A country where somebody is working as a gate man to another person. The only reason they're able to do it, you cannot have a gate man in the UK. Not because you don't want to, but because you cannot afford it. His salary alone for just opening gate is probably 2,000. No, anyway, if they live there, it will reach 5,000 pounds. Boy, you must be very rich. Now only king, when state they pay for, now they maintain that kind of thing. I never know anybody who will be there have a gate man in the UK. And these are things we need to take out of our system. Slave trade is existing because there's no effective taxation, because there is no minimum wage well implemented. And this is for the benefit of every one of us. Because by the time these people are well to do, you can come out of that your prison you created for yourself. Like I said, it's only in the UK that you see fences as high as the one you have there. Don't live on fenced house here in the UK. Because we don't have need for it. And I asked a question. A Mayfield that was stealing. I know those of you when you collect tithe. Are you really happy with yourself? Is it the life God wants you to live? Is that why God chose you to preach the gospel? Because I think you're chosen. God chose you. We know cases in the Bible where people chosen by God abused it. You might just be one of them. But I'm not the one to judge you. But ask yourself a question. Does it make sense that the whole money you're collecting as tithe is not for the people? Tithe, my church is church of service. A place where people go, put their resources together to grow themselves. Not to grow me. I don't need that. Anyway, I'm already too old. I don't need that kind of money. And I guess you are already old. I want to talk to you, Dipo. I want to talk to all you senior pastors out there. What do you need this money to do, sir? Your wife is old. You can't even do that thing anymore. What do you need money for? You want private jet that you are not strong enough to even run. Can you run again? What do you need money for? You can't even flirt anymore. What is the thing that gives you joy? Things that give you joy will be how to see people having good time. Baba, you cannot do that when you begin to acquire all the money from the tithe. I'm going to end my case there today. And I hope people heard what I said and I come in peace. Tomorrow I'll be here again, but tomorrow will be more subtle issue because I'll be talking about a very, 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 very simple thing. But let me keep that till tomorrow. I want to say thank you so much for joining me. My name is Adi Priest and this is Wake Up Nigeria. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Looking for a home away from home in Abuja? Look no further than Srtv Shortlet Apartments. Our fully furnished apartments offers everything you need for a comfortable and relaxing stay. Unwind in spacious rooms with exquisite ambience,
cook delicious meals in our well-equipped kitchen, and relax in our comfortable sitting rooms watching your favorite shows. And guess what? 247 Wi-Fi available. But that's not all. Srtv goes extra mile by providing a car to take you around town during your stay. No need to worry about navigating public transportation or hailing taxis. Explore Abuja at your own pace. Book your Srtv Shortly apartment today and experience the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. You can reach us by calling this number